But I think everyone in this band and people who have been and gone, so to speak, have passed through Fleetwood.
Mick Fleetwood just turned 78, and after decades of silence, he's finally opening up about the secrets that nearly destroyed Fleetwood Mac. Affairs, betrayals, and addictions, all of it hidden behind the music that defined an era. Now, with shocking new revelations and a reunion no one saw coming, the truth about what tore this legendary band apart is finally spilling out. Born in Cornwall in 1947, Mick grew up in a family constantly on the move because of his father's Royal Air Force career. By the age of 4, he was living in Egypt, where he absorbed the rhythm of street music during the Revolution and Suez Crisis. Later, in Norway, he found himself surrounded by silence and isolation, a contrast that shaped his sense of mood and atmosphere, traits that would define his drumming style for decades to come. But life wasn't easy. Mick struggled with severe dyslexia, often feeling misunderstood and left behind in school. Everything changed at 13, when his parents gave him his first drum kit. Music became his escape, his therapy, and eventually, his calling. By 15, he had dropped out of school and moved to London, chasing a dream with nothing but his drums and determination. Within a year, he was already rubbing shoulders with legends, drumming alongside future stars of the British blues scene. That path led to the creation of Fleetwood Mac. In 1967, during a casual studio session with Peter Green and John McVie, the band's name was born almost by accident. What started as a blues project grew into one of the greatest rock bands in history. But behind the hits, chaos was brewing. The band's rise was marred by addictions and broken relationships. By the mid-1970s, Fleetwood Mac was living in a haze of cocaine, tangled love affairs, and deep betrayals. Christine and John McVie's marriage collapsed. Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham's volatile romance ended in heartbreak. And Mick himself was caught in his own scandals, from a doomed affair with Stevie Nicks to a shocking betrayal when he became involved with one of her closest friends, Sarah Recker. Yet somehow, through all the drama, the music soared. Their 1977 album Rumors became one of the best-selling records of all time, with over 40 million copies sold. Every track was a raw confession set to melody, anger, heartbreak, and desire captured forever in song. But success came at a price. Fleetwood admitted years later that cocaine cost him over $60 million, eventually forcing him into bankruptcy. He lost homes, investments, and nearly everything he had built. Still, he rebuilt his life, opening a restaurant in Maui, diving into photography, and even writing a memoir where he finally revealed the toll fame had taken. In recent years, Mick has tried to keep the spirit of Fleetwood Mac alive, even after the heartbreaking loss of Christine McVie in 2022. Then, in March 2025, something no one expected happened. Mick Fleetwood and Lindsey Buckingham were spotted back in the studio together. It wasn't just about music, it was about the truth. Old wounds were reopened, forgiveness was questioned, and Stevie Nicks' absence left one haunting question. Will she ever forgive them enough to make peace? Mick Fleetwood's story isn't just about rock and roll. It's about survival, reinvention, and the heavy cost of chasing greatness. He remains the steady heartbeat of a band that turned chaos into history. And even now, at 78, he's proving that the rhythm never truly stops. This is StarLoop News. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the secrets and scandals of Fleetwood Mac, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more Hollywood legends, and ring the bell so you never miss a story that shaped music history.